Dear soul. The world, as it moves through these days, feels like a lake touched by many winds at once. Thoughts ripple. Voices overlap. Signals cross the invisible skies of the mind. In this moment, the collective breath of humanity is quick, restless, searching. And you, Gemini, are especially sensitive to this movement. Your soul frequency right now is like a pair of birds circling the same tree, curious, alert, full of questions, yet unsure where to land. Information flows toward you from every direction, mirroring your natural gift of perception. But what once felt like lightness may now feel scattered, ephemeral, slipping through your grasp. This week, January 5th to January 11th, 2026, is not about arriving somewhere new. It is about learning how to sit with what already is. To become the observer of your own inner winds. To listen not to every voice, but to the silence between them. When the mind learns stillness, awakening begins not as a thunderclap, but as a gentle remembering. Dear soul. What you are invited to release this week is the attachment to constant mental motion. Gemini, your brilliance lives in connection, ideas touching ideas, people reflecting people. Yet the suffering that quietly grows now comes from believing that every thought deserves your attention, that every question must be answered immediately. This week asks you to let go of over-identification with your thoughts. Thoughts are like clouds. They form, change shape, and dissolve. When you chase them, you lose the sky. You may feel an urge to explain yourself, to clarify misunderstandings, to manage how others perceive you. This is control disguised as communication. And control, even when gentle, tightens the heart. Let go of the need to respond to everything. Let go of rehearsing conversations that may never happen. Let go of carrying yesterday's words into today's silence. Detachment does not mean indifference. It means presence without grasping. When you loosen your grip, peace has space to arrive. Dear traveler. Karma is not punishment. It is mirroring. Every interaction is a reflection of inner posture. When the mind is hurried, words create ripples of confusion. When the heart is centered, even silence becomes guidance. This week, your dharma, your right path, is simplicity. Before speaking, pause. Before reacting, breathe. Before correcting another, observe yourself. Ask gently. Is this response rooted in clarity, or in restlessness? You are not here to carry every conversation forward. Some exchanges are meant to end naturally, like a leaf completing its journey down a stream. Choose right action by listening more than explaining. By allowing others their interpretations without rushing to reshape them. By offering presence instead of opinion. In doing so, you stop the creation of new bonds of suffering. You allow relationships to breathe, unforced and honest. This is karma softened by awareness. Dear soul, listen to this old teaching. There was once a traveler who carried 2 lanterns, one in each hand. One lantern showed the path ahead. The other reflected the path behind. The traveler believed both were necessary to walk safely. But the road grew narrow. The lanterns began to collide, spilling oil, dimming their light. Frustrated, the traveler stopped and asked a monk for guidance. The monk smiled and said, "Place one lantern down." The traveler asked, "But which one?" The monk replied, "The one you are holding too tightly." When the traveler released one lantern, the remaining light grew steady. The path became clear, not because more was seen, but because less was carried. Gemini, your challenge is not lack of insight. It is excess illumination. Too many angles, too many reflections. This week, place one lantern down. Trust that awareness does not multiply, it deepens. Dear traveler. May you rest in the role of the observer. May you remember that thoughts are visitors, not masters. May your presence become a calm mirror in a moving world. As you move through this week, return to this mantra, softly, without force. I observe, and I release. I breathe, and I remain. In stillness, I awaken. Carry this with you, not as a rule, but as a whisper. You are not meant to hold everything. You are meant to be free.